students, how are you all? I hope all of you are doing really well. Today we are going to talk about rational numbers. Okay, so let's get started today's chapter, rational numbers, concepts to be unfolded, rational numbers, positive and negative rational numbers, absolute value of a rational number, equivalent rational numbers, simplest form or standard form of rational number, representation of rational numbers on the number line, order properties of rational numbers, comparison of rational numbers, operations on rational numbers, addition of rational numbers, subtraction of rational numbers, multiplication of rational numbers and division of rational numbers. Let's unfold. The largest set of numbers we have studied so far is that of integers. Though it is a much bigger set than whole numbers, yet it has some shortcomings. वैसे तो जो integers के बारे में हमने पढ़ा था previous chapter में, but actually ये अगर whole number से compare करें तो बहुत बड़ा set है integers, but यहाँ पे भी कुछ shortcomings है, कुछ कमियाँ हैं. So you might remember that integers are not closed under division. That is, if a and b are two integers, then a divided by b may or may not belong to the set of integers, right? For example, 2 and 3 are integers, but 2 divided by 3 is 2 by 2 and 2 by 3 is not an integer, okay? And number 2, minus 7 and 11 are integers, but if we divide these two integers, the answer we get is not an integer, okay? Thus, to overcome this shortcoming, a new set of numbers is introduced which is known as rational numbers, okay? So, इन्हीं shortcoming को overcome करने के लिए एक नया जो number का set है उसे introduce किया गया जिसे हम rational numbers कहते हैं. So, set of rational numbers is closed under division, okay? Rational numbers. चलिए बात करते हैं rational numbers की. Actual में है क्या ये rational numbers? A number that can be expressed in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equals to 0 is called a rational number. For example, all these are rational numbers. Okay, and all these numbers are in the form of p by q. Natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. Let us consider the adjoining diagram, means this diagram. Okay, so n represents a set of natural numbers. Natural numbers. W represents the set of whole numbers. Whole numbers, okay. Then Z, or you can say Z, represents the set of integers, okay. So, integers are represented by Z. And then we have Q. Q represents a set of rational numbers, okay. This is set of rational numbers. Thus, it is clear from this diagram that this set of natural numbers n is a part of the set of whole numbers, and set of whole numbers is a part of set of integers, and the set of integers is a part of our newly introduced set of rational numbers Q. Thus, we draw the following conclusions. Number 1, every natural number is a rational number, okay, because 1 is a natural number, we can write it as 1 by 1. 2 is a natural number, we can write it by 2 by 1, okay. Number 2, 0 is a rational number, as 0 can be written as 0 by 1, 0 by minus 1, 0 by 3. So, 0 is also a rational number. And number 3, from 1 and 2, every whole number is a rational number, because 1 is a whole number, 0 is also a whole number, right? So, every whole number is a rational number. And number 4, every integer is a rational number. So, these are the 4 conclusions, okay. For example, these are the integers, and all integers are what? Rational numbers, okay. 5, every decimal number is a rational number, okay. For example, this is a decimal number, this is also a rational number. 6, every fraction is a rational number, because fraction is always in a p by q form, that is why it is also a rational number, okay. Watch out, a rational number need not be a natural number. A rational number need not be an integer. A rational number need not be a fraction. Remember all these things, okay. Now, move on to next topic, numerator and denominator of a rational number. Consider a rational number p by q, where q is not equals to 0. The integer p is called the numerator and the integer q is called the denominator, which we already know. Example, minus 5 by 7 is a rational number with minus 5 as numerator and 7 as denominator. Here also 9 is numerator, minus 4 is denominator, and 0 by minus 3. This is also a rational number. 0 is numerator and minus 3 as denominator. Okay. Positive and negative rational numbers. Positive rational numbers. If the numerator and the denominator of a rational number have the same signs, either both positive or both negative, the rational number is said to be a positive rational number. Means कोई भी rational number इसके numerator and denominator में same sign है, चाहे दोनों positive हो, चाहे दोनों negative हो, that is a positive rational number. Okay. For examples, all these are positive rational numbers. B. Negative rational numbers. If the numerator and the denominator of a rational number have opposite signs, one positive and the other negative, the rational number is said to be a negative rational number. For examples, all these are negative rational numbers. Okay. Watch out. The rational number 0 is neither positive nor negative. We know that 0 is a rational number, but 0 not positive and not negative. Okay. Now, absolute value of a rational number. Absolute value of a rational number is defined as its numerical value regardless of its sign. For example, absolute value of 8 by 9 is 8 by 9. Absolute value of minus 7, 3 by 7 is 3 by 7, and absolute value of 5 by minus 11 is 5 by 11. Okay. Additive inverse of a rational number. Additive inverse of a rational number p by q, where q is not equals to 0, where p and q are integers, is minus p by q. Okay. So p by q का जो additive inverse होगा वो होगा minus p by q. Okay. We'll add a negative sign here. Okay. Equivalent rational numbers. Two rational numbers are said to be equivalent if they have the same value. Case 1. If p by q is a rational number and n is a non-zero integer, then p by q is equals to p into n upon q into n. All such rational numbers are said to have the same value and are equivalent rational numbers. Okay. So let's understand this with the help of an example. Consider the rational number minus 2 by 3. Okay. If you multiply 2 by 2 and 3 by 2, we'll get minus 4 by 6. If we multiply this rational number, means we'll multiply by same number, okay, with a denominator and numerator, 3 and 3. So we'll get minus 6 by 9. If we multiply minus 2 by 3 by 4, so we'll get minus 8 by 12. Okay. So all these rational numbers, minus 4 by 6, minus 6 by 9, minus 8 by 12, and minus 2 by 3. All these are what? These are equivalent rational numbers. Okay. Case 2. If p by q is a rational number and n is a non-zero integer and a common divisor of p and q, then p by q is equals to p divided by n upon q divided by n. So all such rational numbers are said to have the same value and are equivalent rational numbers. Example, minus 8 by 24. Okay, so we will divide minus 8 by 24 by same divisor, that is 2. Then we'll divide by 4. Okay, and then we'll divide by 8. So what will we get? We will get these rational numbers, and all these are equivalent rational numbers. Okay, important result to check for equality of two rational numbers. Two rational numbers a by b and p by q are equivalent if and only if a into q is equals to b into p. आपको दो रैशनल नंबर्स की इक्वालिटी को चेक करना है. देन ये दोनों अगर इक्वल आते हैं, इन दोनों का प्रोडक्ट इज इक्वल्स टू b into p, दैट मीन्स ये आपका जो result है, that is correct. Okay. Now simplest form or standard form of a rational number. A rational number p by q is said to be in the standard form, or standard form is also known as simplest form. If q is greater than 0 and HCF of p and q is 1. Okay. For example, all these are in standard form, that is all these are in simplest form. Now to express a rational number in standard form, method, step 1. Make the denominator of the rational number positive if not so. Denominator को हमेशा positive करना है अगर वो positive नहीं है तो. How? By multiplying the numerator and the denominator by minus 1. In that case, denominator will become positive. Step 2. Divide the numerator and the denominator of the rational number by the HCF. Means ignoring the negative sign, if any. Okay. Example करते हैं. Write any three equivalent rational numbers for each of the following rational numbers. Okay, so we have minus 4 by 5. Okay, now let's multiply numerator by 2 and denominator by 2. So 4 into 2 is 8 minus 8. 5 into 2 is 10. Then multiply by 3. Minus 4 into 3 is 12. minus 12, and 5 into 3 is 15. Equals to one more equivalent rational number we have to find. We'll multiply this by 4. Minus 4 into 4 is minus 16, and 5 into 4 is 20. Okay, so these are the three equivalent fractions. Okay, so similarly you will find equivalent fractions of these two parts also. Okay, similarly you will do these two parts also. Okay, and also do practice of other examples. Okay, now let's do exercise A. You have to state whether the statement is true or false. Number 1, every whole number is a rational number. Is it true? Of course, every whole number is a rational number. See, 0 is a whole number, okay, and you can write it as 0 by 1. This is a rational number. So this is true. Okay. Okay, now you will do practice of the remaining questions of this exercise. Okay. Now move on to next topic, which is representation of rational numbers on the number line. We have already learned to represent integers on the number line as shown below. Okay. हमने पढ़ा है कि किस तरह से इंटीजर्स को हम नंबर लाइन में शो करते हैं. लाइक दिस, देयर इज 0, ओके, टुवर्ड्स राइट ऑफ 0 देयर आर पॉजिटिव इंटीजर्स एंड टुवर्ड्स लेफ्ट ऑफ 0 there are negative integers. Okay, the distance between two consecutive integers is 1 unit. The distance of an integer and its opposite from the origin is same. The positive integers lie to the right of 0 and the negative integers lie to the left of 0. Okay, rational numbers can also be represented on the number line. So case 1, to represent a rational number p by q less than 0 and its additive inverse on the number line. So if there is example, we have to represent this rational number and this rational number on the number line. Okay, step 1, draw a line and mark a point O. Okay, so this is, first we'll draw a line and we'll mark a point O. Okay, so 0 is O point. Okay, step 2, at equal distance from O mark the point A and A dash to the right and left of O respectively. A आपके 0 के right side होगा जबकि A dash left होगा. Okay, representing the rational number 1, that is equals to 5 by 5 and minus 1 is equals to minus 5 by 5. Okay, so this is O, this is A and this is A dash. Now divide O and O A dash into 5 equal parts. But why 5 equal parts? This is because the denominator of the rational number is 5. Okay, denominator rational number का 5 है, that's why we'll divide into 5 equal parts. Okay, step 4, mark the point P and P dash as shown below. Okay, so this is P and this is P dash. So in a similar way, we can represent each and every rational number P by Q less than 0 and its additive inverse on the number line. Okay, note number 1, on the above number line, here we have also represented 1 by 5, minus 1 by 5, 2 by 5, minus 2 by 5, 4 by 5 and minus 4 by 5 as can be seen. Okay, so जो numbers, जो rational numbers हमें दिए गए थे हमने वो तो represent किए, साथ ही साथ दूसरे rational numbers को भी represent किया. Okay, number 2, while representing any rational number less than 1 on the number line, divide the length between the O and A into a total number of parts which is equal to the denominator of the rational number. जितना denominator होगा rational number का उतना हम उसको O and part को total number of parts में divide करेंगे. For example, to represent 1 by 7 on the number line, divide O into 7 equal parts because 7 is the denominator, where each part will represent the rational number 1 by 7, 2 by 7, 3 by 7, so on up to 7 by 7. Okay, now case number 2, to represent a rational number P by Q which is greater than 1 and its opposite on the number line. So here we have two rational numbers, right, 12 by 5 and minus 12 by 5. And this rational number is greater than 1. So how are we going to represent it on number line? Step 1, draw a line and mark a point O, that is origin on it. Step 2, write the rational number 12 by 5 in the mixed form, that is 2 whole 2 by 5. Okay, ये आपका क्या है? Mixed form है इस rational number का. Thus, the rational number lies between 2 and 3. Okay, this is because the whole number part is 2. Okay, that means ये number किसके बीच में lie करेगा? 2 and 3 के बीच में, क्योंकि ये whole number part आपका क्या है? 2 है. Okay. Step 3, at equal distances from O, mark the point ABC to the right of O and their corresponding points A dash, B dash, C dash to the left of O, representing the rational numbers 1, 2, 3 and minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 respectively. Okay, so this is how we will represent all the numbers on the number line. That is 1, 2, 3 जो आपके O के right side आएंगे, -1, -2, -3 आपके O के left side आएंगे. Okay, now step 4. To mark the rational number 2 by 5 lying between 2 and 3 and the rational number -2, 2 by 5 lying between -2 and -3, divide BC and B dash C dash into 5 equal parts. Okay, so देखिए हमें B dash और C dash और BC को 5 equal parts में divide करना पड़ेगा. Okay, step 5, mark the points P and P dash as shown below. Okay, so इस तरह से देखिए हम क्या करेंगे, 5 equal parts में divide करेंगे, here and here also. Okay, note 1, 2 whole 5 by 5 is equals to 2 plus 5 by 5 is equals to 2 plus 1 is equals to 3 and minus 2 5 by 5 is equals to minus, then in bracket 2 plus 5 by 5 is equals to minus 2 plus 1, that is minus 3. 2, larger view of BC and B dash C dash is shown below. ये larger view आपको given है यहाँ पे BC और B dash C dash का. In a similar way we can represent each and every rational number P by Q is greater than 1 and its additive inverse on the number line. So इसी तरीके से हम कोई भी rational number है जो 1 से greater है हम उसे number line पे show कर सकते हैं, साथ ही साथ उसके additive inverse को भी show कर सकते हैं. Equivalent rational number represent same numbers on the number line. Okay. Comparison of rational numbers. Okay, अब rational numbers को compare कैसे करें? Method 1, follow the steps given below. Step 1, express the rational numbers in the standard form. Step 2, find the LCM of positive denominators. Step 3, express each rational number with LCM as a common denominator. And step 4, the number having the greater numerator is greater. Okay, चलिए example के थ्रू से समझते हैं. So we have to compare -4 by 5 and 5 by -7. Okay, so you will write it as standard forms जो होंगे -5 by 7. Okay, so denominators are not same, so what we're gonna do, we'll take the LCM. LCM of 5 is 7, 35. Okay, let's make the denominator 35. 7, 7, minus 28 by 35, minus 5 by 7, 7 into 5 into 5, minus 25 by 35. Okay, so minus 28 or minus 25, which one is greater? Of course, minus 25 is greater. That means this fractions, that is, this one is greater. Okay, or you can say minus 4 by 5 is less than minus 5 by 7. Okay, so this was the method 1. Now method 2. To compare two rational numbers P by Q and M by N, express them in standard form and find the values of P and N, P into N and M into Q. That is the cross product. Now 3 cases arise. Okay, now we'll do the cross product. यहाँ पे आपके 3 cases arise होते हैं. Case number 1 is if P into N is greater than M into Q, then P by Q is greater than M by N. Case 2, if P into N is equals to M into Q, then P by Q is equals to M by N. And case 3, if P into N is less than M into Q, then P by Q is less than M by N. Okay, let's compare. Minus 7 by 11 and 8 by minus 13. So we will do the cross products. Minus 7 into 13 is minus 91 and minus 8 into 11 is minus 88. So which one is greater? Minus 88. That means minus 7 by 11 is less than 8 by 13. Minus 13. Okay. So example, which one is greater? So you will compare which one is greater. Okay, you can use both the methods, that is method 1 or method 2. Okay, and then you can compare which one is greater. Okay. Now let's do exercise B. Write true or false for each of the following. Number 1, 0 is greater than every negative rational number. Of course, 0 is greater. हर negative rational number से 0 greater होता है. So the answer is true. Okay. So you will do practice of the remaining questions of this exercise. Okay. Now move on to next topic, which is operations on rational numbers. First, addition of rational numbers. First, express each rational number with a positive denominator. Case 1, when denominators are same. Method, to add 2 or more rational numbers with the same denominator, simply add their numerators and divide the sum by the common denominator. जब आपके denominators same होते हैं, you know how to add the rational numbers. Okay. Have a look. 3 by 7 and 5 by 7. So what will we do? We will add the numerator and common denominator. आपका same रहेगा 8 by 7. Okay. Now this was case 1. Now case 2 and denominators are different. So what we gonna do here? I'm sure आप लोगों को पता है कि जब denominators different होते हैं तो हमें क्या करते हैं? Method step 1. Find the LCM of all the denominators. Step 2, express all the rational numbers with the LCM found in step 1 as their common denominator. And step 3, add them as we add in case 1. Okay, so here in this case, आपके denominators अलग-अलग हैं. First हम लेंगे LCM और LCM लेने के बाद हम denominators same करेंगे and then जैसे हमने case 1 में किया था, add ऐसे ही करेंगे. Okay, जब आपके denominators same हो जाएंगे. Okay, number 2, B, subtraction of rational numbers. Method, if A by B and C by D are two rational numbers, then A by B minus C by D is equals to A by B plus additive inverse of C by D, that is A by B plus minus C by D. So example है, देखिए कैसे हम इसे minus करते हैं. 7 by 8 minus 6 by 8. So what we gonna write here? 7 by 8 plus minus 6 by 8. Okay, so 7 minus 6 upon 8 is 1 by 8. Okay, and देखिए अगर different denominators होंगे फिर आप क्या करेंगे? Of course, we'll take the LCM, make the denominator same and then subtract. Okay, so इसी तरह से अपने बाकी examples की भी practice करनी है students. Okay, now let's do exercise C. Minus 7 by 5 plus 7 by 5. Okay, C. Additive inverse को हम add कर रहे हैं तो क्या result आता है? You know the result? Result is 0. Okay. So say minus 7 by 5 plus 7 by 5 is 0. So बाकी के questions की practice students आप खुद से करेंगे, right? Now move on to next topic, which is multiplication of rational numbers. If P by Q and M by N are two rational numbers, then P by Q into M by N is equals to P into M upon Q into N. Means product of numerators upon product of denominators. Okay, so product of two or more rational numbers is this. So example, let's multiply minus 6 by 5 and 4 by minus 3. So we will multiply numerator and then denominator. Okay, okay, we can also simplify it like 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. Okay, so 2 4s are 8 and 5 1s are 5. Or this is the improper fraction, we can convert it into mixed number. So we'll get 1 whole 3 by 5. So this is the answer. Okay, now D part, division of rational numbers. Before starting about the division of rational numbers, we should first know about reciprocal. Reciprocal of a rational number. Two rational numbers are called reciprocal of each other if their product is 1. Thus reciprocal of P by Q is Q by P. Okay, P by Q का reciprocal. Okay, have a look here. P by Q is a rational number. Okay, P by Q. And आपसे इसका reciprocal पूछा जाता है, जैसे इसका inverse करना है, that is Q by P. Okay, so reciprocal of minus 6 by 7 is 7 by minus 6. Reciprocal of 5, okay, 5 is 1 by 5, reciprocal. Okay, and reciprocal of 1 by minus 9 is minus 9. Now division of a rational number by another rational number is same as multiplication of first rational number by the reciprocal of other. Therefore, if P by Q and M by N are two rational numbers, then P by Q divided by M by N is equals to P by Q into N by M is equals to P into N, Q into M. यानी जब हम divide करेंगे तो जो second rational number होगा उसका हम reciprocal निकालेंगे and then जैसे हम दो rational numbers को multiply करते हैं वैसे ही करेंगे. Okay, watch out. 0 has no reciprocal. Remember that. 1 and minus 1 are their own reciprocals. Means 1 का reciprocal 1 है और minus 1 का minus 1 है. If a rational number x is the reciprocal of a rational number y, then y is the reciprocal of x. Okay, let's do an example. We have to divide 66 by 12 by 11 by 15. Okay, so what we'll do, we will find the reciprocal of this rational number, that is 15 by 11. But here we'll put the sign of multiplication. Now simplify it. 11 ones are 11, 11, 6 are 66. 6 1s are 6, 6 2s are 12. So 15 by 2 is the answer, and then we'll convert it into a mixed fraction. Okay, mixed 7 1 by 2. This is the answer. Okay, so इसी तरह से आपने बाकी examples की भी practice करनी है. Okay, Now let's do exercise D. Multiply minus 7 by 17 into 85. Okay, so we will multiply numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator, but there is no denominator. There is only one. So first simplify. 17 ones are 17, 17 fives are 85. Okay, and 7 fives are 35, and there is this, we'll put a sign negative because there is a negative sign. Okay students, I hope आपको ये chapter समझ आया होगा, and now you will do practice of the remaining questions of this exercise. Okay, at a glance, a number that can be expressed in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equals to 0, is called a rational number. Also, p is called the numerator and q is called the denominator of rational number p by q. If the numerator and the denominator of a rational number have the same signs, the rational number is said to be positive. If the numerator and the denominator of a rational number have opposite signs, the rational number is said to be negative. Absolute value of a rational number is its numerical value regardless of its sign. Additive inverse of a rational number p by q is minus p by q, where q is not equals to 0. Two rational numbers are said to be equivalent if they have the same value. If p by q is a rational number and n is a non-zero integer, then p by q is equals to p into n upon q into n. If p by q is a rational number and n is a non-zero integer and common divisor of p and q, then p by q is equals to p divided by n upon q divided by n. Two rational numbers a by b and p by q are equivalent if and only if a into q is equals to p into b. A rational number p by q is said to be in standard form if q is greater than 0 and the HCF of p and q is 1. To express a rational number in standard form, first convert it into a rational number with positive denominator and then divide its numerator and denominator by the HCF, ignoring the negative sign if any. All rational numbers can be represented on the number line. Comparison of rational numbers. To compare two or more rational numbers, express them in a standard form. Then find the LCM of denominators and express each rational number with LCM as a common denominator. The number having greater numerator is greater. To compare two rational numbers p by q and m by n, express them in standard form and find the cross product, that is p into n and m into q. Then if p into n is greater than m into q, then p by q is greater than m by n. If p into n is equals to m into q, then p by q is equals to m by n. And if p into n is less than m into q, then p by q is less than m by n. Addition of rational numbers. Case 1, when denominators are same. Method, add the numerators of the rational numbers and divide the sum by the common denominator. Case 2, when denominators are different. Method, express all the rational numbers with the LCM of all the denominators as their common denominators. Now proceed as in case 1. Subtraction of rational numbers. If a by b and c by d are two rational numbers, then a by b minus c by d is equals to a by b plus in bracket minus c by d. Multiplication of rational numbers. Product of two or more rational numbers is equals to product of numerators upon product of denominators. Reciprocal of a rational number. Two non-zero rational numbers are called reciprocal of each other if their product is 1. Reciprocal of p by q is q by p if q is not equals to 0 and p is also not equals to 0. Division of rational number. If p by q and m by n are two rational numbers, then p by q divided by m by n is equals to p by q into n by m is equals to p into n upon q into m. Okay, so here comes the end of this chapter, students. Keep doing practice of this chapter as well as exercise.